This video is all about a new crafting technique that lets you make plushies with pipe cleaners. This trend originated in Korea about a year ago, but strangely enough, it never became very popular even though I've seen a lot of moru dolls on social media and online shops. I think the main problem is that it looks quite complicated and people don't want to spend ages learning a new technique. I also feel that many of the existing designs look a bit too flimsy and asymmetrical. Something like this is literally giving me balloon animal vibes and it's just not very cute. However, when browsing Amazon Japan, I came across these kits, which was the first time that I really loved the design of a moru doll. These actually look like sock plushies, which is quite impressive for something that's made from a single piece of pipe cleaner. So in this video, I'll show you two different techniques for making a moru doll head. You'll also realize that it's much easier than it looks because the only thing you really have to learn is how to make the head and all the rest will follow by itself. So I ordered these kits from Amazon Japan and was a bit disappointed they came like this without any packaging. There's a gift bag which I presume is for the finished doll and quite a lot of accessories, which is an unexpected bonus. Instead of an instruction booklet, you only get a QR code which links to a YouTube video. This is their channel, which contains tutorials for all the kits from this seller. I noticed that the tutorial for the bear plushie is missing, which is a shame because I was looking forward to making that. These videos are also dubbed from Chinese, so the instructions might sound a bit strange at times. It's also a whopping 36 minutes long, and I watched the entire thing so you don't have to. As mentioned earlier, the head is the most important part, and there are a few steps which you have to learn. Start with one of the pipe cleaners and hold it so you have a section that's 4 fingers tall. Then bend it sideways so you have another section about half of that length. Bend this backwards to create a loop. Repeat this again so you have 2 loops on top of each other like this and secure the end by twisting it a few times. Now pull the loops open so they look more like circles and separate them a bit as well. Take the end of the pipe cleaner and push it through both loops. Leave a tiny bump at the top, which is going to be one of the ears. Now push the end through the other side to create a second bump and you have both ears. I find the trick for making cute moru dolls is to keep things as symmetrical as possible, so take your time during each step to adjust the shape. You can also twist the ear around itself to hide the outline of the pipe cleaner wire. For the next step, slightly open up the 2 loops we made earlier. Take the long end of the pipe cleaner and slide it through the lower loop only. This will make a little bump that looks like a cheek. Repeat it on the other side and adjust the shape to make it symmetrical. You can also pull out one of the loops to create a more 3-dimensional nose. These are little details that make a moru doll look more like a plushie. The body is actually really easy to make and you can just eyeball this. Make 1 loop for the arm that shouldn't stick out too far. Then repeat on the other side, making sure it's the same length. Then move down the body a bit and do the same steps for the legs. At this point, I realized that the pipe cleaner supplied in this kit is definitely shorter than the one they're using in the video. They're showing how to wrap the remaining part around the body to make it fluffier, but I don't have enough material for this. So I'm just going to have to tuck the end in, but I'm still quite pleased with how it looks so far. Now it's time to make an oval shape with the brown pipe cleaner. Make sure to wrap it around the body and check that the brown is visible around all sides. Then twist it into place. Once you have something like this, fold the end over to create a slight arc. It's almost like making a turtle shell. Start wrapping the remaining section in a spiral shape until everything is filled in. I noticed that this pipe cleaner is also quite a bit shorter than the one they used in the video, so you have to be careful to avoid any gaps. You can also twist and tuck the wire at any point so the final piece feels more secure and less likely to fall apart. For the finishing touch, trim the shape of the body a bit. This is made from the same material as fluffy socks, so it can get a bit messy, but it really makes a nice difference to the final piece. I noticed that this kit is surprisingly generous with accessories. It's the first one I've ever come across that even gives you a stick of hot glue and a makeup applicator. Now I'm just sticking both pieces together and taking care to use the glue very sparingly. You can also do this in sections and just go back and apply more dots of glue until everything is attached. The kit also comes with a bit of wool made from the same fluffy fabric. This is useful for the ears, and we only need a very tiny bit. I'm using white craft glue for everything that goes onto the front of the face. This is because it dries transparent, and I don't want to risk having visible strings of hot glue anywhere. Another cool thing about this kit is that you get an extra set of eyes and nose. So you can actually make 2 plushies, and it's pretty easy to get the pipe cleaner separately. Along with the makeup applicator, you also get a bag of mica powder. I like the attention to detail, but I feel the pigment isn't pink enough. It also has a pearly effect, which seems to flatten the color a bit. So I'm going to use the bright pink blush that I normally use for all of my plushies. As you can see, this turned out really adorable. It's definitely detailed and cute enough to feel like a real plushie, rather than a twisted pipe cleaner with eyes stuck on. What I love most about moru dolls is how quick they are to make. Once you get the hang of it, you can easily make a plushie in less than 10 minutes, which is crazy fast compared to needle felt or sewing. This will be a great last-minute gift idea. There are no needles involved, so it's also a perfect activity to do with kids. For the next doll, I'll show you a different method. This one starts with the pipe cleaner folded in half. Stick 2 fingers through and twist the ends to make a loop. Push the 2 ends through this loop to create 2 bumps for ears. Once you've adjusted the shape, it should look something like this. Now take one of the ends and loop it around the back of the ear and then insert it into the center of the head. Then do the same with the other side. This part gives the head more volume and stabilizes the ears. Now take the end on the right, wrap it around the back of the left ear and push it through the loop. Repeat it on the other side, and it should almost look like you're making a pretzel shape. The difference between this technique and the first one is that you don't have the 2 loops to create the cheek and nose. However, I find it slightly easier to keep everything symmetrical with this method because you already start off in the middle of the pipe cleaner. You can simply try out both and just see which one you prefer. I've reached the end of one pipe cleaner, so I'm attaching the second one. The arms and legs are pretty much the same as before. Just do this part by eye and check that they're all the same length. I notice that the body always looks better if it has more volume, so I'm going to do the same pretzel knot method from making the head. I'm looping the end around the back of the body and then tucking it through one of the gaps. The longer your pipe cleaner is, the better the body is going to look. In this case, I'm already on the second piece, so the body is a lot rounder compared to the hedgehog. If you're buying pipe cleaners on their own, I would recommend always getting at least 2 pieces of each color. You never know if you have to add more volume to a certain area, and it's good to have the option of extending it with a second pipe cleaner. Once you're happy with the shape, trim it to create well-defined edges. I used some creamy wool from a different kit to make the nose. If you don't have this type of wool, you can always substitute with fabric or needle felt. The placement of facial features can also make a big difference to the final piece. A lot of moru dolls have the eyes and noses extremely close together, which is quite stylized and not necessarily to everyone's taste. I think these turned out great considering how simple they were to make. The problem with moru dolls is that they can often look a bit cheap and flimsy. The trick to making better dolls is to make sure your design is symmetrical, make the body as puffy as possible, which might require another piece of pipe cleaner, hiding the visible shape of the wire whenever possible, and adding textural changes such as the pink blush or brown ears. These dolls literally look like mini plushies and can be used as key rings, back charms, or attached to a stick and added to a flower bouquet. If you're buying pipe cleaners online, then I strongly recommend getting the ones covered with fluffy sock fabric and not the ones that have a smooth fake fur texture. The fake fur ones tend to look flimsier because you can see the shape of the wire through the fibers. The sock fabric hides this a lot better, and the result looks more like a stuffed toy. If you've never tried moru dolls before, then definitely give this a go. I'm Joanna, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!